Prairie Grit. I'm involved with wheelchair basketball, sled hockey, fishing, probably not fishing, and golf. I've done that in a couple of years, and I've done tennis. I've done curling.
My friends play stand-up hockey and I play sled hockey. I mean, they're the same rules, basically, same goal scores, basically just the same, but you're skating differently and stuff.
I participate in sled hockey, I hunt, I fish, I do wheelchair basketball, I golf. I would say tennis is probably my favorite.
I'm a participant in Prairie Grit Outdoors, wheelchair basketball, adaptive curling. Favorite of all is hunting.
We participate in soccer, gymnastics, adventure camp, all those sorts of things.
My favorite sport is bike riding.
My favorite sport is probably gymnastics.
Three other athletes got me involved with hunting because I came to the theater to watch a movie. So there's three guys say, you should be hunting, should be fun. You should try it. I was like, no, I don't like to kill animals. I don't eat meat. No. And then I met DJ. I think it'll be fun, and I didn't know who DJ was.
We had Christy Coughlin out for her. We've been out turkey hunting a couple of times this spring. But we take her down to my house, down to the blind behind my house, which very active for turkeys. But those turkeys have been hunted frequently, so they get pretty cautious.
When I went turkey hunting back in May, we had to go twice because the first day there was no turkeys coming because it was windy and cold. So we got no luck. So we came back the next day, which was the day before my birthday, and I had the best birthday present ever.
One of the adaptations we have to make for Christy is deaf. So I've had to learn, most of the time I'm leaning over our hunter's shoulder, whispering in their ear, helping work them through the process, particularly when it's a new hunter. So Christy and I have had to work out hand signals, yes, no, that kind of thing. Sometimes it's just a holding onto her shoulder, whatever it takes for us to communicate. And it worked back in the wintertime. We got Christy a deer, that worked. We're down behind the house and I realized we've got two big toms coming in.
We had a big turkey on this side of the window, but the camera or the turkey should be out in the front. So I used a gun, the rifle. And then they're not moving, so they sat there twirling around, So DJ's like, let's just shoot over here.
And I realized they're not going to come to the window that Christy and I are anticipating. And we've got a tripod set up there with a gun on it and her chair and everything already set up in that position. So after those birds, they were out along a fence line, I finally realized we're going to have to change places if we're going to get these birds. So communicate that to Christy. Now, she can read lips, great. So I get her to look at me. We have to change windows. So move the tripod, get the gun, get the chair, get Christy in position. And I crack the window and ease it down. I'm actually kind of surprised the turkeys are still where they are supposed to be. So at that point in time, there's two big toms are strutting along the fence line, and I can see Christy tracking on those birds with the gun. I forgot my role at that point in time. So I'm in normal DJ mode, leaning over her shoulder going, whenever you're ready, you can take that bird. Either one, they're within range. And after, it seemed like a long time. It was probably 30 to 60 seconds. I realized I can't talk to Christy and tell her it's time to go. And I stick my hand out in front of her, and my thumb never even made it to all the way up.
And I shot it, boom, got it.
And the turkey was on the ground.
And I fell off the bucket and I lost. And I ended up having a big brood, and it was like, got the turkey. And he was so happy. Prairie Grit really made that happen, and it made my life more happier because I love these people, and they're there for you. They're here to support you. You're not alone at all.
Working with Prairie Grit has got like me to push myself and like wanting me to get better. I can just do the same things that everyone else can do. So like getting the experience just pushes me to get better. Tennis is my favorite because I get to participate in high school for it. I think that's a really cool aspect of tennis. I feel really good about sled hockey right now. I feel like we're getting into the groove of playing together and like getting really good.
Prairie Grit did give me a lot of confidence, a lot of new friends, a lot of everything. Just a much better life. I can play hockey. I probably wouldn't have been playing hockey, any sport right now. It's very important to me to have the chance to talk about hockey with my friends, because most of my friends are hockey players and stuff.
Playing with Levin is really fun. I feel like we've gotten used to playing with each other and like having good chemistry and like knowing where we're at on the ice and like good communication between us too. And I'd say we scored quite a few goals together.
Palmer and Levin, it's been amazing to watch them grow up, and now their voices are changing. You know, their voices are getting deeper. They just look like grown men, and just the journey they have, their natural gifts at being athletes, and we'll see what the next couple of years have to offer because they are going places. I'm appreciative to be a part of the journey and just kind of watch.
Having Chris as a coach is quite a bit of an advantage because we get to like learn stuff that the USA players practice, and like, yeah, and most other teams don't really get to have a USA player as their coach.
To be a top athlete, I need to put in hours, and at home I can hit tennis balls in my gym, and I have some weights to lift and stuff.
For me to be my best, I usually I have an outdoor rink in the winter, so I'll usually go skate a lot, and then I just kind of like keep working out through the summer, just kind of doing everyday things, but I'll add some more weight to it and kind of practice with my everyday stuff.
If you put in the hours, you can definitely be a top athlete.
Since I started with Prairie Grit, I wouldn't struggle a lot, and Prairie Grit helps me do extra things that I couldn't do before, and if you have a disability, you might want to start fitting in and stuff like that. It would make you feel better.
I feel really thankful that I'm in Prairie Grit and that Prairie Grit can help me a lot with riding bike. And like the things I really struggle on, it helps me learn a lot what I was struggling on, and I get to know it better and better and better, then I start doing it correctly. That's the reason why I love Prairie Grit.
And I think gymnastics is my favorite sport because I get to do a lot of flexing and it'll help me be better at stuff. I'm glad that I'm in Prairie Grit because Prairie Grit helps me a lot.
Ten years ago when I lost my feet, I'd been an avid hunter all my life, and I just lost the desire to hunt, I guess, because my mobility wasn't as good as it used to be, and I just figured that part of my life was over. Enter Prairie Grit, DJ, Richie, Aaron, everybody involved in it, and they've got the hunt bug back in me again.
Our goal is for either new hunters or those experienced hunters that have lapsed, because adaptive hunting's a challenge. Our goal is to take some of that burden off the hunter, to share some of that burden with them so they can actually enjoy the process more, enjoy the hunt more, instead of worrying about all the details it takes to make those things come together.
So we pull up down the Souris River bottom right by Logan and park the pickup, get out of the pickup. I walk over to the blind, got my gun, what I needed, and they pulled the pickups and stuff back away so the turkeys wouldn't know that we were there. Inside the blind is dark. You don't have any lights on. The windows, you're not looking out. Curtains are shut just so you don't get a reflection or can't be seen through them windows. And the woods are just dead quiet. Trying to keep the talking down to a minimum. If you are talking, it's a light whisper at best. And then you can hear the toms out in the distance. And they start to gobble. And then the gobble goes away and you catch a glimpse of a tom here, a tom there. Always seem to be toms behind us, but nothing wanted to come in, give us a good shot. So as the night went on, 2 big toms came from the west. And we watched them, and they got just out of range. And they saw the decoys, and they didn't come in. Now it's dead quiet again, and all of a sudden, from right next to the blind, that gobble of that tom, it would just about wake the dead. Reach over and open the curtain, quietly open up the window. I'm getting ready to shoot. Looked over and said, "You got him?" "I can't see him on camera." Wait a little bit. Moving around. Finally, I got him on camera. Turkeys were still there, and we were fortunate enough to harvest a nice tom that night. It taught me that anything is possible, and there's really no such thing as a disability to keep you down. If you've got the right people in your corner fighting for you and helping you, anything is possible. Nothing better than being out in the outdoors, either looking at animals or hunting animals or fishing, just being outside. And it's thanks to Prairie Grit that I'm doing that again.
Whether it's a new hunter or a hunter such as Dave who had lost that interest because of the challenges involved. Well, we can't take away those challenges, but we can learn and adapt and share those challenges so that the process of hunting is more about hunting. It's not worried about, Dave doesn't have to worry about how am I getting there? What am I going to do if we do get an animal? Less logistics and more just enjoying being out there is what we try to encourage and provide for the hunters. Hunting provides its own challenges, but we are up to accepting those challenges, and our hunters are up to accepting those challenges. So challenge accepted.
I made a huge improvement the day I started it first. I was like, I'm so weak, I'm tired, I don't want to do this, I don't think I can finish this. You got to keep pushing yourself. They're training you. You gotta keep working on it. Don't be a quitter.
Prairie Grit has given me the opportunity to go play tennis against stand-up players, to where years ago I wouldn't have had that on the top of my head, to where I would have the idea of going to play high school tennis. So I'm just really thankful for Prairie Grit that they've given me that opportunity and the idea of going to play high school sports. When I started, I was really young, and then just as I grow up, it's really cool to see the younger kids, all of them grow and and they'll start getting to where I'm at.
Everybody says Prairie Grit's like a family. It's not like a family, it is a family. The fellowship, like DJ said, in the pickup, driving to the hunt or in the blind, I don't know how to describe it other than it's absolutely fantastic. It's something I never thought I would get to experience again in my life, and now experiencing it with everybody I get to, it's just amazing.
It takes practice, a lot of hard work, and just relax and don't feel stressed. New things always get you somewhere.
If I had to tell Prairie Grit thank you, I would say, Thank you for giving me the shots to play like sled hockey, wheelchair basketball. I will definitely help the younger kids. I'll help the little ones in the future when they want to join sled hockey. It makes me feel good that I can have little kids to look up to me and stuff and teach the little kids and be like, yeah, I taught them that, and yeah, it feels good.
The hope for adaptive sports is really, really high right now. There are great world-class athletes playing adaptive sports. Just because you might not be able to do a 360 dunk doesn't mean that you're not a great athlete. It has opened my eyes, and I hope that adaptive sports does that for the rest of the world, does that for you, where it can open your eyes to like, wow, I never knew a person sitting in a wheelchair that is supposedly bound to their wheelchair could do something like that. You're not bound to your wheelchair, you're enabled by it.
Through Prairie Grit, anything and everything is possible.
I love Prairie Grit. I love Prairie Grit because it's like a family. I just get motivated because it's my passion. Sports is my passion because I fit in that group because I am an athlete. Nothing can stop me.
Thank you is nice, but thank you is not enough. I don't know how to express how thankful I am other than now I'm starting to give back to Prairie Grit. Doing a little more volunteering with Prairie Grit, not just a participant, but trying to volunteer and give my time back just to show my appreciation and try to get more people involved in with all the Prairie Grit really is.